Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
I don't believe in magic. I've seen things
Young he looks there.
You look great there.
I can't explain.
Get back.
That last scene's like just an old senile man. Just get back. Get back.
Get off my lawn.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Now, let me ask you this, okay? How old do you think Harrison Ford is? Based on just what you saw.
I think my guess for how old he is going to be around like 73.
73. So, okay, early 70s.
Yeah.
Final
yeah.
guess.
Early 70s, yeah.
He is 80 years old.
Whoa.
Bro is 80 years of age.
Whoa, dude. I did not know that. Wow. That's crazy.
That's crazy because he's older than some of my grandparents.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, same, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now he's filming a brand new Indiana Jones. And now it being 2023, get this, right? And this is something interesting that I just found. This is on the wiki. Dial of Destiny is the first film in the series not directed by Steven Spielberg, nor with a story written by George Lucas.
Okay.
But instead, both Spielberg and Lucas are serving as executive producers.
Okay. Nice.
So it's also the first time in the series to not have the involvement of Paramount Pictures because Walt Disney acquired it back in 2012.
So Disney's doing this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it had a Disney vibe to it. That trailer definitely had kind of a Disney vibe to it a little bit for me.
What is the movie about?
Based on this trailer, dude, I feel like they did not tell you much in the
Not
trailer.
really.
But I was looking online, though, and I did see a little synopsis online coming from the Weekly Entertainment. Professor of Archaeology will be fighting a familiar foe this time around, Nazis set in 1969 amid the space race. The simple fact is that the moon landing program was run by a bunch of ex-Nazis, but the question is, how ex are these Nazis?
How ex? Yeah. Are they still running with them? Is that something in their past?
Yeah, when you say ex-Nazis, that should bring up some red flags like right away.
Okay, so 1969.
Yep.
And from what we saw, there's moments where it seems like it's taking place in the present, but then there's flashbacks to the space race. Mm-hmm. So I wonder what direction the story really takes.
Yeah, I think it's going to take place during the space race is what my idea is. But yeah, he's always dealing with Nazis, so.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the recurring theme for the past however many films.
Yeah, from the get pretty much. So, man, I did not see this one coming, like another Indiana Jones movie. I never would have thought they would come out with another one.
Okay, so the U.S. has hired ex-Nazis to work on this on the space race against the Soviet Union. That was occurring. That actually did occur. So what's the plan here for Indiana Jones? Is he trying to go against the U.S. government? Is he trying to go against NASA?
Well, the way I'm reading into it is that like the government doesn't know these ex-Nazis are still like Nazis, but at the same time, it's like, did you not see that coming or something like that? But that's the idea I get when I read the plot synopsis. But and like Indiana Jones is kind of the one to like sniff it out and like tell the government that like, hey, they're doing some shady stuff.
So I'm kind of in the same boat as you. That's exactly what I was thinking. However, like, how does he sniff him out?
Apparently his granddaughter is supposed to be a really big part of this movie too. So maybe she has some kind of job within the government and she's kind of the one to bring to his attention or the trailer really doesn't give a whole lot.
It shows a lot of action.
It does. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. One thing I wanted to ask you, and I kind of like this because like with the title itself, Dial of Destiny, what does that mean?
To me it's a little bit of cheesy title, but I don't know what it means.
It revolves around the whole space race, right? And what is a dial?
A knob.
A knob that you turn, right?
Yeah.
Indiana Jones in this case has the potential to really turn the dial of whether the U.S. succeeds in the race or if the Soviet Union succeeds in the race to getting to the moon first.
Yeah, I like that
Dial of Destiny.
I like that take. Growing up, did you watch Indiana Jones much?
I watched a couple. I watched obviously the one with Shia LaBeouf, right? And that was
the fourth one.
Right. Mm-hmm. That Crystal Skull.
Mm-hmm. But man, I grew up on those movies, man. I'm like nervous to say this, but I think those might be the movies that like kind of got me into filmmaking. Was
Really?
like the Indiana Jones. Specifically,
Okay.
Temple of Doom is my favorite.
Okay, so let me read these off and I want your
Yeah.
opinions on it. So in 1981, kicking it off, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, that's a great
good one.
great first movie. Yeah.
Okay.
So good. Yeah.
After that, 1984 was Temple of Doom, which you're
is
saying
my
is your
favorite. And there's a bunch of people. There's like a community that doesn't like that movie at all. They think it's the worst one, and there's a community that think it's their favorite one.
Okay.
I'm
And
in the community where it's
Okay.
my favorite
And
one.
I'll ask you why here in a second.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That one involved his dad, and that one was a good adventure one too.
sure.
A lot of people really like that one as their favorite.
Yeah.
Shout out Ki Hoi Kwan.
Uh-huh.
He's in the second movie, so shout out to him.
For
just
sure.
won an Oscar. Best
Oh,
supporting
that's
role.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
did
was the
see
kid
that.
in the Temple of Doom. So
Yeah.
now he's got an Oscar for best supporting role
Yeah.
and Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's dope.
And I do remember seeing him in the Lego games. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool. He
yeah.
had the baseball hat on, right?
Right,
That's
yeah,
cool.
exactly.
Okay, and then finally, Kingdom of the Crystal
Yeah.
Skull, which is the one I did see.
Yeah.
And Shia LaBeouf obviously was the huge role in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Had
Yeah.
a really interesting ending.
That's how it felt watching
Yeah.
it to me too. It felt different for sure. It felt a little corny, just like the whole alien thing to me.
Yeah, for sure.
It's always been more, going into like caves and going into like different temples and like finding treasures and stuff. And like once they introduced the alien thing, I was like, okay, this has gone a little too Hollywood for me. I
Too
think.
Hollywood, way too extraordinary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I want you to rank these Indiana Jones movies, okay?
Okay.
So what would be at your very bottom? Let's work our way up to what is your favorite Temple of Doom.
Okay, yeah. Bottom would be Crystal Skull for sure. Damn. After that, the third one, which is that's the Last Crusade.
Is third.
It's a good movie. It's just the first one just holds such a special place in my heart, and the Temple of Doom, which is my favorite. So I'd go 4, 3, 1, 2.
I see.
That's how it'd go for me.
Okay, so Raiders of the Lost Ark is at number 2, right? And then Temple of Doom is number 1. So why
Yeah.
is Temple of Doom your favorite?
It's just so
Enlighten me.
different than the other ones. It's like a Hollywood take in that you kind of have like the damsel in distress kind of girl, but like it's kind of like got like a horror side to it, which is
that's
always
cool.
something I kind of like. So,
Okay.
and the kid, Ki Hoi Kwan is just, he's funny in it. Him and Indy have like such a cool dynamic
Good
in
chemistry.
it. Yeah, and it's just so fun to watch. I mean, I remember watching it as a kid and just the sets and like the action that's going down like towards the end. You're just kind of like mesmerized by it by the end. Yeah, it's really good.